The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has promised a strong response after a suicide bomber killed 46 soldiers in Indian-administered Kashmir on Thursday. India has said it will ensure the complete diplomatic isolation of Pakistan following the attack, the deadliest to hit the disputed territory in decades. India accuses Pakistan of failing to act against the militant group based in Pakistan, which said it carried out the bombing. Well, we can go live now to our correspondent Sangeeta Maiska in Delhi. Sangeeta, over to you.
Well, Stephen, here in Delhi this morning, tensions rising between the Indian government and the Pakistani authorities. The Indians today saying outright that they believe they have incontrovertible evidence that the Pakistani authorities knew that the terror attack was going to happen and that they are directly linked to it. The Pakistani government refuting those claims, calling them irresponsible and instead condemning the attack. In the meantime, questions over what the security forces here in India knew is also up in the air. Reports today that suggest that 3 days ago, security forces in the region very close to where the attack happened knew that a major assault was planned. What happened to that information and whether or not it was passed on to the right people is now a matter of investigation. Mangled wreckage on a debris-strewn highway. All that's left in the aftermath of a massive attack launched by Islamist militants, in which a suicide bomber drove a car packed with explosives into a bus carrying over 40 paramilitary personnel in Indian-administered Kashmir. No one on board survived, and with dozens more being treated in hospital for their injuries, officials have warned that number is likely to rise. This morning, India's Prime Minister warned that the attackers would not go unpunished.
A befitting reply will be given to the perpetrators of the heinous attack and their patrons. No force will succeed in disturbing peace, progress and stability of India.
Local man Adil Ahmed Dar is believed to be the man responsible for the attack, according to Indian authorities. The Islamist militant group Jaish-e-Mohammed say they planned it. The organisation, based in Pakistan, has been active in Indian-administered Kashmir for nearly 20 years, fighting for the state's independence. Today, soldiers have sealed the scene of the bombing, which is also the main route linking the Kashmir Valley with the rest of India. It's a high-security zone. How militants were able to obtain, store and use explosives without detection has now become a key focus of investigations by anti-terror police. Now, those police have told us that it's going to take several days before they get answers to those questions. In the meantime, as I say, diplomatic relations between both India and Pakistan under strain. We've been hearing this morning that Indian officials have now summoned Pakistan's High Commissioner to come and meet them to discuss their concerns over what Pakistan knew and when.
The security forces would be given free rein in their response. What do you think that means? What are the options, really, that the Indian security forces have?
So this is a really interesting question. What we've already seen is the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir appealing to the Indian government for security to be stepped up. Stephen, what we know is that there are about 500,000 Indian soldiers already stationed there. And what we've seen this morning are pictures of security forces up along that main highway. It's worth stressing that that highway is the only route really linking that part of Kashmir, which, as I said in my report, is a security zone, and the rest of India. So we've seen security forces stepping up action there. The question is what happens next on a diplomatic front. We understand that Indian authorities will be appealing to the UN to have Pakistan declared a terrorist state. We know that they've tried that in the past 3 times, in fact, and on each occasion they were blocked by the Chinese.
Sangeeta, thank you very much indeed for that update.